What is up, AG Nation? I'm Ben, and in today's video I'll go over the 10 best new online games for Android and iOS of 2023. And a quick reminder while you are here to hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications. I would love it if you did, and if you do, you will get your comment on screen just like right now. Hitting the randomize button and let's do this! Number 10. Project Bloodstrike. Call of Duty Warzone isn't out yet, but it already has a competitor that's in open beta, and that competitor is Project Bloodstrike. Developed by the giant NetEase, which you may know from games like Marvel Duel or Naraka Blade Point, Project Bloodstrike is a new battle royale game featuring realistic modern weapons and Call of Duty-esque movement and gunplay. The game received lots of praise so far for its smooth gameplay and lack of bots. The best way I could describe this game is a mix between Apex Legends and Call of Duty Warzone. The game definitely impresses with its graphics and performance. You can choose between 8 operators, each with their own unique skills and tactical cores. Matches support 100 players with a dynamic weather system, and the closed beta is currently available in Brazil, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, the Philippines, and the United States. No invite is needed, so if you live in one of these, knock yourself out. Number 9. Rage Knight. Rage Knight is a brand new 3D fighting game with a solid online multiplayer system, letting you compete against other fighters worldwide in real-time matches. There is a total of 6 fighters which you can customize with unique weapons, your country's flag, victory animations, and skins that can only be earned. The controls are intuitive and beginner-friendly, and the modes consist of a single-player arcade mode and the Rage Arena online multiplayer. You can host or join a match with your friends, and Rage Knight is also cross-platform with iOS and Android, and one of the best features is that to ensure a fair game, online PvP matches allow both players to start from left to right in their own screens. Looking forward to more updates with hopefully new fighters and game modes to the mix, but definitely a solid multiplayer fighting game. Number 8. Flash Party. After a launch on iOS in 2022, Flash Party is finally out on Android, and the Stardust Warriors launched on both platforms at the same time. This massive update brought in a new hero, a battle royale mode, changes to the core gameplay, and a bunch of rewards to unlock. Similar to games like Super Smash Bros. On consoles, Flash Party is an action brawler with colorful visuals, decent gameplay mechanics, and a sweet soundtrack. Game modes include 1v1, 2v2, Soccer Showdown Brawl, and Arena Battles to name a few, and the Stardust Warriors update is great for both newcomers and veterans, as it features a number of new and returning events. In other words, there's something here for everyone, and I actually made a dedicated video for these type of games on mobile, and I'll leave a link down in the description if you wanna check it out. Number 7. Little Big Robots. Little Big Robots is a fast-paced multiplayer battle game featuring giant robots. Each robot has a unique design and skills. The game will have you play as you guessed it, a robot, and take down other players worldwide. Little Big Robots is all about mech battles in 4v4 matches for survival. There are different maps and modes, and the best part is that you can mix and match the firepower of every robot to get the best out of them. Your mecha can move and jump, but also blast, charge, and even repair. This is a good option for mecha and Robotech fans who likes to customize your visual robots before taking them into action. The game is out now on Android in selected countries. Number 6. Dead by Daylight relaunch. When Dead by Daylight Mobile first released, I was, like many of you, disappointed to say the least. The game didn't look good, and more importantly, it didn't play good either. So after 3 years or so, the devs decided to re-release the game with a revamped version that brings a ton of improvements. Starting with the graphical improvements, which include hair and clothing physics alongside dynamic shading and lighting, and a visual overhaul of the entire map. Bugs are being fixed, there are quality of life upgrades and smoother controls too. There's also new social features boosting the interaction with other players, and a pre-game lobby before the trial begins where the survivors can chat with each other while the killers can finish up their last-minute plans. Private and global chats will be added too, and I gotta say, DBD took its sweet time, but I'm glad to see it finally given a chance to shine the way it deserves. Number 5. Rebel Riders. Coming to us from King, the makers of the massive hit that crushed many dreams but never gave you a single candy, I'm talking of course about Candy Crush. Rebel Riders is a multiplayer PvP action game with a gang of misfit toys doing battle in an underground arena. The roster includes action toys, stuffed animals, dolls, and even cereal box mascots. The rides available range from jeeps to tanks to mechanical spiders, and both the characters and vehicles can be customized. Rebel Riders boasts a bunch of 3v3 game modes like the classic Deathmatch, Bomb the Base, or my favorite so far, Stash the Cash. There's even a mode for the Battle Royale fans where 10 players fight to be the last man, the last toy standing. Just worth noting that Rebel Riders may not be available in your region yet, and if that's the case, fear not, it's coming. Number 4. Summoner's War Chronicles. Summoner's War Chronicles is the third game in the saga and takes place before the ends of Sky Arena and Lost Centuria, and while being an MMORPG, there is a deep single-player experience here along with the multiplayer modes. Chronicles features 5 different open-world regions, each with its own style, and you'll be completing main and side quests in each of them as you go, while fighting and collecting a roster of monsters Pokemon style, which is where the gacha element comes in. You can also team up with your friends in co-op quests or take on other players in the PvP arena. Summoner's War Chronicles is out on Android, iOS and PC, with an Xbox Series X and S coming later this year, so you get to play with your friends regardless of their platform of choice. Number 3. Kart Rider Drift. The highly awaited sequel to Kart Rider Rush Plus is finally here, as Kart Rider Drift just launched on Android, iOS and PC, with a console version to follow up soon. If you're new to the series, this is a drift-focused racing game where you get to drive awesome looking karts. There are many game modes like Speed Mode, where your driving and reaction skills are put to the test, Item Mode, which plays like Mario Kart with usable weapons and items, the Custom Race Mode is perfect for playing with your friends, and the Time Attack Mode is where you'll be competing against players from around the globe to top the leaderboard. Kart Rider Drift features a lot of customization elements and even more characters, karts and emotes than the previous games, and is a must play. Number 2. Arena Breakout. Arena Breakout features an intense, high-risk, high-reward style of gameplay inspired by the games like Escape from Tarkov. Players are thrown into the Dark Zone, from where you either return like kings or come back empty-handed, and that includes everything you join the match with. Playing smart is really crucial in this game, and so every move can make it or break it, because all it takes to lose all of the loot gathered is one misstep. You get to select your gear before each match, and you can either go all guns blazing or hunt for scraps after gunfights. Arena Breakout is also intending to showcase how far mobile gaming has come. It will feature state-of-the-art graphics at 60 FPS, dynamic weather, lifelike shadows, volumetric clouds, and an immersive soundtrack. Beta tests are running on both Android and iOS, and I'm definitely hyped for this one. Number 1. Ace Racer. Yet another game from the giant NetEase, and this time with a racing game. Ace Racer lets you dash to walls to get ahead of the competition. As in, this fast-paced racing game lets you transform vehicles and execute a range of physics-bending, arcade-style skills on top of the standard racing features like drifting, nitro boosts, and breakneck maneuvers like in the Need for Speed or Burnout games. Every car in Ace Racer comes with its own ultimate skills. These range from practical boosts to having your car do some crazy over-the-top stunts like launching into a combo of mid-air barrel rolls or cutting through the course. There are a ton of new skills to discover, and hunting these becomes almost as addictive as collecting new cars themselves. Ace Racer is an awesome new racing beast on mobile with many fresh features into the mix. It's also beginner friendly with its intuitive controls and fun multiplayer game modes. Absolutely recommend this one. And that sums up my best new online games for Android and iOS of 2023, but now I want to hear from you down in the comments. What is your favorite game genre on mobile? Of course, as always, if you enjoyed this video, clicking the like button does help me out a lot, and I would really appreciate that. And if you're new, consider subscribing, because I'll put out new videos like this every week. Also, a special thanks to my YouTube members, and if you want to support my content as well and get some cool rewards, links are down in the description. You can also show some love to this video with a super thanks. Once again, I'm Ben, thank you AG Nation for watching, and I'll see you next time, right here on Android GameSpot. Stay epic!